So now we know, workshop, rap game,
Right.
the four. How in the world did we get you back home?
Man.
How do we get you back at workshop? What happened?
That's a good question. It's a lot of things that got me back to workshop. I would say number one, I never forget where I come from. Number one, I never forget where I come from, and I feel like
it's over. It's over. It's been real. Let's see y'all.
But that's so. I embody that and I live that because that's what's gotten me so far. I never felt like I got on these TV shows. I've worked with these celebrities. I have features with Keke Palmer, Paul Wall. I have Mozzie, one of my favorite artists. I had these features and I've done all these things, but it's nothing like coming back to the people who really love and support you and genuinely know you and helped you. So it's like I feel like that was my duty to come back.
Full
circle. And then number two, when I take my mental breaks from my music, this brings me back to reality. It kind of humbles me, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Like the kids humble me, and I love the environment I'm in. I love working with other creators. I love being here and seeing genuine things. I've traveled so many places and I've seen so many artists that are millionaires, or if they're in these deals, but they're not as happy.
Yeah.
Because I get to still do me and be here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's the perfect balance. It humbles me and it still helps me grow.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So wow. So you're doing your thing. You're booked. You're taking a mental break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you got a phone call. How did you get to become at that time a near peer?
So like I said, I was working on my music. I took a break from like social media, and then Bass reached out. Shout out to Bass. Bass reached out to me, gave me that call. He's like, hey, I'm now, basically running Workshop Houston, and I would love to have you on the team. I feel like you'll be a great asset. And I'm like, yes. You don't have to, you don't have to question.
Man.
That call was amazing. And, at first I hesitated. I'm like, maybe would this take me away from what I'm doing? Would this take me off track of becoming the artist I am? But I'm like, bro, you're 22. Well, I'm 22 now, but
at that time
I was 21. No, I was 20. That's crazy. I've been here. It's crazy how time be moving. I've been here for 3 years now, working, and I was 20. And I'm like, you have a lot of time. Yeah. You could come here. You still have the resources. Like I said, the studio. You still have everything. I come in and lock in. Like O'Shea is a witness. I'm in there, or he's in there. We all get to work on our craft here and still help the kids. I love it.
I love that you said that, because what I want the world to kind of understand is Bri is an artist, and not only is she an artist, she's someone that's highly skilled at her craft. So it's like, okay, well, where do you create, and like, who do you surround yourself with when you create?
Right.
You can follow Bri right now. Where can they follow you?
Yes, y'all can follow me at the Real Lil Bri on all social medias. That's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everything.
You can follow Lil Bri right now, and you can see that she's filming freestyles.
Yeah.
She's recording dope records. And then it's like, well, where did you make that song? I would say 50% of the time she made it here.
No, and it's crazy. A lot of people don't know that. Like I recently did a freestyle to a song. Shout out to Tank. It was a Tank remix called "I Deserve."
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting in a chair in Workshop Houston in the studio room, and that video hit over 3 million views. All of me just holding my phone on TikTok.
Is that your most viewed video ever?
Right now, yes. Like that's crazy.
At Workshop.
This day at Workshop. I'm literally sitting in the booth recording, and it actually got back to Tank. One of his managers reached out to me. They're like, hey, like, we giving you clear, what do you call it? When they're clearing it. They're clearing it for me to go release it on Apple and Spotify and all that. And I did it. Yes. And then I filmed, another thing, I filmed the video outside of Workshop. Mike was here. Shout out to Mike too. He was here with my videographer. And we went outside at the church across the street and I recorded the video. That video now is like 200K views. So it's like all of that was using my resources here as well, and that made me feel better about myself, because like I said, first coming here and working, I'm like, is this going to take you away from your career?
Yeah.
It's actually helping me. So.
It's actually helping you.
Yeah.
And the beauty of that to me is you being able to see that Bri said she never forgets where she came from.
Never.
And that work ethic is the same. She used to grind here to get herself to the point to where she can get a phone call.
Right.
And now she's still putting that same amount of work in, and her career is still growing.
Yes.
And the beauty is you're back.
Yes.
You were a near peer.
Yeah.
And you got a promotion to become the shop coordinator, you know, and the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and spit a little game, you know, program director.
Yeah,
you know
big dog.
The reason why you got that opportunity is because not only are you talented, but you're so helpful and you're so inspirational to everybody around you, to me, to the kids, to the staff, and when we build this team here, you know, everything's full circle.
Right.
When we build our team here, you got to put the right people in the right place.
Right.
And that's where Bass comes in.
Exactly.
We're going to get Bass on the interview.
Yeah, we got to get him on here because he played such a major role in this.
He's the big dog that really puts all of us in the position to win, man.
And another thing I love, we all as a staff, like over the years, I've seen so many people come and go, but it's something about this particular group that we all mesh so well. Like, you know, what you doing music, what you're in the videography world, what you doing photography, and then you have Rodney, Jasmine, Mike. We all come together as this like whole, and we all complement each other. So it's like to see, and we're all around the same age, to see what we can do and accomplish is amazing. So I'm really excited.
We're family, and it's really amazing to see you still here.
Yeah.
And you growing.
Yeah.
And man, so next up, you know, what are you working on right now?
Yes. Ooh, that's an exciting question.
What's next?
Man, so like I said, Bass has been my producer for the longest. Excuse me. Over the years, I've worked with a lot of different producers, but it's something about Bass's touch. What do you say? Bass turned water into wine.
Man.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
So yes, Bass. Me and Bass.
You need some water and some wine right now.
Bass is. Me and Bass been locking in. We've worked on about over 30 songs. Literally, we have a catalog. I'm probably like not even saying how many we have, but I would say 30 plus songs, and it's time to drop. So I'm also working with a producer named Jay White. He produced a lot of Cardi B's records.
Wow.
He works with a lot of people. He works with Mulatto. So I'm going out there to work and lock in. But this year, at this moment, I'm filming and I'm ready to drop a project. I'm ready to drop singles, projects, whatever it is. I'm ready.
So 2024, we about to get.
Yeah. We've been taking up that dream. We got some stuff coming as well.
We got some records coming.
Yeah. We're gonna keep y'all locked in on that.
Keep y'all locked in.
Yeah, I'm excited for this year. I feel like I been locked in with the kids, and it's like now you can lock in with yourself. You know that I feel so comfortable with my kids. Like I can leave them, and I know they're gonna make sure things are good.
You're an amazing leader, and I think your presence in the beat shop is helping bring out the best from the other kids. Like their music sounds better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Their focus is heightened. The environment is cleaner.
Yeah, they've come a long way.
You really just do great work, and I appreciate you. So let's see, what advice do you have for other creatives?
Ooh, that's a good question. My advice to any other creators would to be authentic, be your true self. I used to think that I had to be a certain way, act a certain way to get my attention. Genuinely be yourself. Like I got the furthest being who I am. Me being like so authentic and staying true to who I am is why I'm in the position. So I would tell people to be consistent and to be themselves, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
I love that. The authenticity is true, because I think sometimes we feel like we have to be what the industry is telling us we have to be.
Yes.
And then that don't always work.
No. Yeah. And it doesn't always last. And then you have to keep up. I feel like you get yourself into this bind. You have to keep up with this facade. You have to keep up with what you're trying to portray to these people, and then it becomes too hard. And then now you're something that you're not, and now you're losing yourself. So I always told myself, a lot of people don't know this, I passed up a lot of opportunities, whether it was deals, whether it was money, because I couldn't be who I wanted to be.
Absolutely.
So I'm so true to myself. So I tell people all the time, it's like, you don't have to change. What's meant for you is going to get you.
Amen.
Point blank, period.
That's real.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got a few more. I guess, we can end this with this.
Okay.
How do you feel like Workshop Houston keeps you in a positive direction? And what do you feel like your life would be like if you never came here?
Wow. So the first question, I would say Workshop keeps me in a positive direction, right?
Yeah, like how does it?
It keeps me in a positive direction because I would say how it does it because of the people.
Yeah.
I stay so positive because I could be having a bad day. I could be going through so much. I'm a super private person, so people don't know like what I may be going through during the day. And then you come here and you're around this light, and the light are the kids, the light is the staff, the light is the resources, and it takes your mind off your day to day. And they make me better, you know what I mean? When they get inspired by me, it makes me feel better. It lets me know I'm doing my job. So that helps me. Where would I be without worship? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
What happened if you didn't, you know, you're 12, 11, I don't know how old you are.
I feel like I would just...
Come to workshop. What happens if you didn't never come to workshop?
I always wanted... I feel like if I didn't come here, I would probably be pursuing my career of like forensics. That was something I wanted to get into in law enforcement. I also played basketball as well. I think those are things I would have dived in, but I didn't love them. Yeah. I love this and I love what I do. So workshop brought out the best in me. Honestly, I can say that. Wow. Genuinely.
Wow. Well, you know, first off, I just want to say thank you.
No, thank y'all for having me. I'm excited.
This is the future right here. This is Creative Speak.
Yeah.
This is a platform for us to dive into, you know, who we are as people, what makes us creative. But this is just the beginning. This is just part one.
I'm excited.
There's so much more that we could talk about. There's so much more we can dive into the craft of what we do.
Yeah, we're going to give y'all like a part two. I feel like this is a nice little
introduction. It's a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
The goal is to be consistent.
Okay.
The goal is to put that work in that you expressed, and to build for workshop, because workshop is bigger than me. It's bigger than you.
Mm-hmm. Way bigger.
And I feel like people need to hear the stories, see the faces,
and the non-believers, because I know a lot of people probably thought, ain't no way they did this, but it's like we keep breaking down barriers. We did the White House, not I. It's not me. It took a village. So we made it to the White House. We've done TV shows. We've performed at. People don't understand. We've been to games. Now we got, you know what I mean? We got so much coming up, and I'm excited for them to get to see that. But we keep breaking these barriers, and I'm excited to see the future.
For sure, and you know, this is just the beginning. We're gonna see y'all again real soon. Thank you so much, Bri.
Thank y'all for having me.
The future's bright.